Magic Mondays. Welcome, you guys. We're gonna get started in the next minute. Grab your pens, your papers, and write down anything that resonates with you. We're gonna go through a lot today. Did you drink your water this morning? This is a gallon a day, keeps the doctor away. Yep, I just said that. Okay. So how's everyone doing through quarantine and California? A bunch of places got put back on quarantine. But I'm loving it because I'm able to talk to you guys and come up with amazing content and live my life. So, cool. Let's get started. All right. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about a couple different topics, but one I really wanted to start with is, you guys, your environment. We don't often realize how important and key it is to make sure that the environment that we're setting up for ourselves, whether it be work, whether it be home life, whether it be your significant other in your relationship, whatever environment is around you and happening around you really needs to cohesively exist with you and what you believe in and help you thrive and help you feel like you're moving forward and are happy in life. If you're constantly in an environment that is not setting you up for success and is not adding to you and your life and your value and everything you're doing, then it's oftentimes can really, really put us in a place of being able to be lost and being able to get, kind of derailed off of our path, because when we have outside influences on us, it can be tough to really stay true to you and your path and what you want to do. And the more you allow those outside influences to come into your life or be in your environment, the more that it actually really does affect you. And sometimes we're aware of it, sometimes we're not. And on a subconscious level, it happens pretty intensely. So that being said, if you kind of think back to your childhood, was the environment in your childhood safe? Was it, did it allow you to thrive? Was it loving? Was it everything that you could have hoped for? And for most people it's not, and some people it is. And everyone has their own way of dealing with hurt and trauma, and so regardless of what situations a person has been in, they will handle or deal with things differently. So someone that goes through something that might not have been that much for them could have been something totally harder for another person to handle or take. You just never know. So thinking back to your environment as a child, even though you may have had you could think, oh, I had a great childhood. My environment was great. My parents were married and together. I didn't get put through any really bad situations. But then you also need to look a little deeper than that. Like, where, as a child, where did it fall short for you? Like, where were your needs not met? And there's no right or wrong. And just because it wasn't like, quote unquote, a bad childhood or a bad experience, everyone has where their needs weren't met. So I think it's important to look at your childhood and your past and where your needs weren't met and how the environment played a role in all of that as well, is super key to trying to figure out how you can shift your environment and how you can make smaller choices to really move forward in your life, and be a little bit more conscious about how you're living your life and the environment you're allowing yourself to play in energetically. So I say the word like play in, because everything in life is, you have the choice. Everything in life is a choice. You have the choice to energetically vibe with someone or a situation or an experience at all times. It's up to you and what you choose to energetically project and give out and play with. So really looking at your environment, again, because it is going to allow you to either thrive or it's going to hinder you, is so key. And if you're playing in an environment and allowing yourself to energetically be in an environment that is not successful, like not going to help you and guide you to your success, then it's time to shift that environment. It's time to make those decisions of, this isn't cohesive with where I want to see myself and where I see myself going. So once you start to notice that, and you do need to shift the environment, it can be little shifts. And this is all, I'm giving you general ideas because everyone's situation is different. But let's say your home life, you feel a little stressed at home. It's messy or it's unorganized or whatever. So choosing little things to start to make your environment feel better for you is so key. So maybe you declutter everything and get rid of some stuff, and you clean up and you organize and you make it nice. Maybe you start lighting some incense at night to make you feel more relaxed. Maybe you do some little mood lighting in certain corners of the house to make you just feel like better about it. So it's all these little tiny choices of change that will allow you to feel better, are part of the shift of really shifting to that higher place and that better place. So again, it's in those smaller choices, those little things, conscious choices that you're making in order to really like level up to the next level and raise your frequency, is going to be through all these little things. And that, with shifting your environment, is going to also apply. So if you are in a job that you are not vibing with, or something's off, or you're not thriving, well, then we need to think about how we're going to shift that environment for you. Is that maybe your mindset towards the job, and you know that it's a stepping stone? So maybe instead of looking at it like I can't stand this job right now and it's just doesn't align with what I'm actually supposed to be doing, well, okay, let's shift your thought process and mindset a little bit in that, and say, even though it's not exactly what I want to be doing right now, I know it's a stepping stone to get me to where I do want to be and where I am going. And reframing all of that so that it allows you to feel a little bit of ease, so you feel better about the job. And then finding little tweaks that you can do at the job to make yourself feel happier, and just shifting a little bit. Because again, everything at the end of the day is all about how you feel. You want to keep continuing to feel good no matter what, even if you are in an environment or a situation or a relationship or something that's not feeling great right now. Find the little things that you can start to shift and make for yourself, because oftentimes when we try to shift and jump too far, too soon, and too quick, it's too scary for us. It's too much change at once, and then we can often bounce right back and kind of go right back into old habits, patterns, environments, because of our egos just freaking out and not being able to handle the shift and the change and the drastic change in such a short or period or small time frame. So allowing yourself to just gradually make shifts and smaller decisions will really allow you to shift at a quicker pace and rate, and find ways that work for you in order to feel better on a constant basis. Looking at my notes here. So everything, it's all in increments. Do everything in increments. Maybe I'm trying to think of examples for you guys. If I want to lose weight, okay, for example, I'm not the person that's just going to get on some crazy 90-day meal plan. I am that crazy person and just go buck wild and hard. But sometimes people, it's too much of a shift and a drastic change. see that for me, I can't relate to that because I've always been in fitness. I've always had my routine. I've always been doing that. So for me, but I have jumped off that train. I have gained weight. I have been, at a heavier size that I wasn't happy with. And I know that feeling. And I know that I had to make shifts, but for me, I had to make small, gradual shifts because I was like, okay, I couldn't just go from, I stopped working out for a while, I had gained weight, and I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel good in my body, and I got tired quicker. So I couldn't just jump right back into my gym schedule and my routine of what I did when I was super fit and in shape. That was too much of a jump in energetics with where I was at in that moment. So in that moment, I had to be like, okay, I'll set myself up for success by starting a plan or a schedule that's going to gradually bring me to that place of where I want to be. So that first start was maybe only twice a week I'm working out, and then 2 times I'm hiking. And then I upped it. Okay, the next 2 weeks after that, later, I did 3 or 4 times at the gym, and I did 1. So it's just like finding the shifts and what's making you feel better, but also finding that progress. And over time, you will see the difference in your energetics and in your progress and in your goals and in what you're doing. So, yes, guys, the power of belief. Belief is everything. Belief is what creates our reality. Whatever you believe in, truthfully, that's my first tattoo right here. My mom's writing, believe. Because anything, I always knew when I was younger, anything you believe in is possible because you make it happen. You believe in it. Our perceptions and our beliefs create our realities and our thoughts. So if you believe in a thread, and I'm going to call it a thread because a thread like this, I believe that my hair just doesn't grow. And I did believe that for a long time. I'm feeding my energy into that thought. My hair doesn't grow. It just doesn't grow. Okay, well, that's a belief that I'm creating for myself based off of something that maybe a past that happened or in the past has happened. And yes, at one point in my life, my hair wasn't growing. But that's because at that point in my life, I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't happy. I was stressed. All those elements, I wasn't working out. Like all those elements, of course, my hair's not going to grow. Stress, not eating healthy, not happy, like it was just a negative mindset I was in, and I was telling myself my hair didn't grow. But then I got out of that energetics, I got out of that place in my life, but I hung on to that thought and thread of that my hair doesn't grow, even though I was shifting out of that energy and I was not that person anymore. I was healthy now. I had moved on from that time and situation in my life. So, but then I kept that thread, my hair doesn't grow. So for so long, because I believed that and I kept saying that to myself and affirming that, I never even gave myself or other products or anything the chance to maybe let my hair grow because I was so stuck on the fact that I believe that my hair doesn't grow. So, and now it's very interesting because I did find an amazing vegan hair and skincare line that I've seen the results and I'm seeing the results on me, and now I'm really truly believing that my hair is growing, and it really is growing, and I'm now stuck in my threads of thought that my hair is growing, it's healthy, my skin is growing, it's healthy, these products are working, it's amazing. So when you see what I'm getting at here, what you believe in, your thoughts create our outer world and our reality, because it's true. And that's where it kind of gets to be a mind fuck, because it's like, yeah, but I'm seeing everything in front of me, and that's not, and it's almost like as humans, we need to see it to believe it. But no, you need to believe it to see it, you guys. That's where everything is kind of getting mixed up here with people. So finding those threads and those thoughts that maybe you've held on to and stuck to for a long time, and thinking, okay, what if I shift my languaging and I see things from a different way, and maybe I'm going to say, I love my body and I look the best I've ever looked. Even though maybe you don't right now, that's okay. you need to start believing that for yourself. You need to start shifting into that. And that's going to be a gradual thing. So start to tell yourself that. Start to make smaller choices that are in alignment with that. And then you will start to see a bit of a shift because you'll start believing yourself. And when you do start to believe yourself, action and results and things start to happen, and you'll see this flow and different directions start to turn and shift for you. Again, a friend of mine, a life coach, actually, if you guys are needing a life coach, hi, I'm one, but I also have friends that are one too. His name is George, and he was saying it's just like a 2 millimeter shift sometimes in perspective and thinking. I know I already brought that up, but like it's such a good way to look at things because it's so true. When you're able to just see things a little bit different, shifted a little bit different, the results can be very big from a small shift. Okay, so moving on. Sorry. I have like a ton of notes here for you guys. So energy flows where your focus goes. So whatever you're focusing on, your energy is going to flow towards it, whether it be negative, whether it be positive. So if you're focusing on negatives in something, or the drama, or helping people that are drama, or you're caught up in all that, those energetics. If you are focusing on your self-development, you're moving forward, you're loving, you're sharing, you're helping other people, that is going to become your world. That's going to become your essence. And you need to know when to block out the things that are not cohesive with the positive energetics and the life that you're trying to live. So knowing that and tapping into the feeling of things is key. And now moving forward, and I've had a lot of conversations with people in the energy world and spiritual world and coaches, and you guys have to start living from a place of feeling and tapping into yourself and your energetics and body scanning yourself. So if you're entering a situation with a person, an environment, a situation, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Is your heart start to pound? Do you feel sick in the stomach? Are you twitching? Is your there's a lot of signals and signs that are subliminal, that are from our bodies or even the universe that we don't pay any attention to because we're so caught up in the now of the moment of what's happening, which is great. Yes, stay in the now, but be so in the now that you're able to actually have that conversation and be present there, but still checking in with yourself, your body, your energetics, and what's working for you. So that, yeah, I just started to live my life. If this relationship is not making me feel great, and again, guys, ebbs and flows, yes, I know that it's life and we're human and you're not always going to feel great. That's not about that. It's about, for the majority of time, when I'm around this person or if I'm in this situation, do I feel good? And if you're not feeling good, okay, digging a little deeper into why. And if you dig deeper and you're not able to find the solution and fix as to why you're not able to get higher vibrationally, then you need to do some changing and asking yourself, why am I playing in these energetics? Is it beneficial for me? Am I moving forward? Should I be messing in this energy? Okay, so guys, be open. The more open that you are to perceptions, thoughts, life, information, and not having too much of a one way or the other opinion is so important, because it enables you to step back emotionally, but form your own opinion based off of you and your energetics and your life and your views. But it allows you to stay a little bit more neutral, and it allows you to kind of help other people in ways that you maybe wouldn't have before if you were so emotionally attached to your thought and what you think. And again, I always have an opinion, but I'm always going to kind of take a step back and look at where I could see someone else's opinion and where they might be coming from, and how that maybe affects them from seeing what I see. Because then it just opens you up to a whole new world of information that allows you to really just learn more and grow more and evolve more. When you think you know everything, you know nothing. So it's so funny because in life, when you are constantly learning, you're constantly growing, you're constantly trying to move forward and get to this place. But this place is imaginary. You're never going to get there. You're never going to get to the place. You're always going to keep needing to learn and grow. And I think setting into that is powerful and it's funny at the same time, because it's like, oh my God, but I just want to get there. But enjoying the journey. Again, it just comes back to enjoying the journey, because you're always going to want to keep moving forward and progressing and going for your goals. And when you get to one goal, that's great, but now you have this whole another goal. So it's like this moving, flowing part. So just stay as humble and open to information. And if people come at you and are projecting at you, it's so important to know that that's not you. That's not your energy. They're projecting something on you, and not to take that personal and not to let that affect your vibe and your flow. Because when we're not solid in who we are and where we're going and what we want, and we're easily able to get derailed by other people and other people's wants and needs and other people needing things from you. And just really, I encourage you guys to take time for you and have your own voice and your own opinion and try new things, try different things. Energetically allow yourself to be in your own space for a while also. Have boundaries with people. That is all the self-love and self-care that I was talking about last week and the week before too. It's knowing yourself and your shortfalls and your shortcomings and your things you're amazing and great at and positive about you. So again, dig deep, find out where you're at with your environment, how it's affecting you. Is it really lifting you up or is it bringing you down? Make small, slight changes to really allow yourself to feel better and feel like you're thriving and feel inspired. People ask me, how do you stay motivated? Like, how do you stay inspired? You're always doing stuff. You're always this or that. I find my inspiration and motivation through the excitement of wanting to vibrate at a higher level. That is where I find all my inspiration and motivation, because when I vibrate at a higher level, better things happen for me, better things happen in my life. I'm able to help people more, then better things happen for those people. And it's just like a domino effect. It's that flow, that inflow that everyone talks about, that vortex. If you guys don't know or haven't heard of Abraham Hicks, please go and check her out on YouTube. She's been around years and years, and she channels through and gives amazing messaging and insight into everything that I speak about and talk about. And I've been listening to her for years as well. And I forgot where I was going with that. I just lost my train of thought. Don't laugh, Grace and Charlotte and Root. Anywho, okay, I feel like I went on a little bit of a tangent there. But all right, so now last thing I want to leave with you is really, guys, ask yourself where you're being a key player in your life and in certain situations in your life. Like, where are you allowing yourself to energetically play in that is not necessarily serving your highest good, and how can you shift out of those energetics into better energetics in order to really serve your purpose and your higher goals and with where you're going in life and your path. that's what I want to leave you guys with today. I do want to open up the floor for anyone on the call and on today's chat. If you guys have any questions about environment or anything at all, actually, please feel free to ask away. I'll give you guys a minute. Nada? Are we good? All right. Okay. So again, what thoughts and threads are you choosing to believe in and entertain? Ask yourself and dig deeper about those. And see where you can start to make that 2 millimeter shift and how you can make those little changes and little choices to start raising your vibration and shifting into a better feeling in your body, in your mind, in your soul on a daily basis. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. I am just over the moon again because I just love coming on here and talking to you guys about all of this. I am going to have my best friend Tanya Memi she was a host on Sell This House for 13 seasons, and they are back on, and I'm so excited. So I hope you're good for next week, I think is coming on next Monday. So you guys stay tuned. Please join me back here every Monday, Quantum Magic TV, 12 p.m. PST, where we talk about all things life, woo-woo, energy, mindset, and just love. Okay, so amazing. Have an awesome week, you guys. I'm so glad to be here with you, and thank you for sharing your energy and time. Mwah. I love you. See you later.